Rolling through the Midwest, got the hops in line. On day you dig deep, pouring knowledge in the ride from the brewery to the bar. We bring the heat, crafting perfect brews to our cities on the beat. Spilling all the news, we keep it fresh and raw. Liquid golden hands, raise your glass for the law. Popping up, sharing wisdom with the kings of the tape. With every sip we take, there's no time to waste.
Midwest vibes, we stay legit. For another round, let's never quit. Midwest vibes, we stay legit. For another round, let's never quit.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Midwest Beer Show here on June 6th. 6th. Yeah. Might have been a scary day back in the day at 6/6/66, but it's man, you got the extra 6 in there back then too. So maybe 6/6/06 might have been a little scarier. Who knows? But anyway, we're here. We got beer. We're going to talk beer. We're going to share beer. And hopefully everybody has a good time. So great to see you again, my friend, coming off your birthday. It was his birthday.
My last year in the 50s.
Ooh, you climbed up to the top of that hill now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not all downhill now, right?
Yeah,
so
I know. If I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself in the 20s.
Yeah. So great that you had a good birthday. You had the anniversary and stuff too. So a lot of good stuff happening. So you were quite busy the last few weeks.
Yeah, May's always a busy month here.
Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why we did push it back a little bit, but glad to be back here. We took a 3-week break there, but lots of good stuff happening. And can't believe we're right into June now.
I know.
It's going to be to half the year here. It's crazy. It's just flying through. It seemed like it was taking a slow start, and then it just started running. So
yeah, like here it was just like, cool, rainy, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, you're in the 80s. It's like, all right, summer's here.
Right. Yeah, it got too much in the 80s the other day. Like that humidity started creeping a little bit. So we got it cooled down, I think, with some rain possibly tomorrow. But yeah, it's good though. It's good. It's time to get into the summer and enjoy those nice, refreshing beverages that are always good. So I'm going to actually start out here with one of the Mad Tree Galaxy Highs Imperial IPA, one of my favorites from them, 9.5%.
Oh, nice.
Highlights the Galaxy hop. It's a seasonal they bring out each year. So figured I'd start out with that one, and ended up getting a 6-pack of these a few weeks ago and still need to knock them out. So yeah.
Well, since I know we're both Gen Xers here, I figured I'd have one that we both would appreciate. This is from Distill Brewery out of Normal, Illinois. This is done in collaboration with the family. This is Evel Knievel Imperial IPA.
Oh, that's pretty slick. I like that. It's a pretty cool artwork with that can and stuff too. Evel Knievel. They don't have stuff like that anymore. You don't see that. Well, I guess you could say unless you're watching Jackass or something, but
I had this once before. It's pretty good. It's got like a QR code on there if you want to find out more about, like, I guess his legacy. But yeah, the artwork's pretty cool. It's got him on the bike getting ready to jump the fountains at Caesar's Palace or something like that back in the day.
Yeah, he jumped a lot of things back in the day for sure. Broke a lot of bones too, and other parts of the body. So speaking of parts of the body, you got your upcoming, hopefully end to end all your stuff with your elbow there soon. Yeah,
that'll be the 23rd, go under the knife. So I talked to the doctor last week, and he was like, nothing's helping. He's like, I'm going to put in for the surgery. He's like, it's a 25-minute procedure. He's like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to fix your tendon. And he's like, hopefully 8 to 12 weeks after that, you'll be good. He's like, it's a 75%, success ratio. And he's like, worst case, you're just going to be in the pain you are now. But I'm like, I'll roll the dice with 75%.
There you go. Yeah. So at least you're getting somewhere now. So
yeah.
You were getting somewhere before, just not where you wanted to go. But hopefully now you're really getting somewhere that can get everything all done for you.
Yeah. Well, how's that beer you're drinking?
It's good. I've had it numerous times. Coming back, that's one of the beers I missed when I was in Baltimore. So I used to always kind of pick this up. But, people ask me, like, what's your favorite study go-to? Like, I don't have a study go-to, but there are certain things that come out I pick up when I see it. So this is like one of those beers. Great taste of the hops, the flavors, got a great balance, a little more malty, being a 9.5 ABV, but you get a great balance. It doesn't kill the hops like some of the other Imperial IPAs really take it out. Galaxy's pretty strong, get a nice tropical citrus feel. They also do a Citra High based off the Citra hop, and then I think they have one more they do, but this has always been my favorite. I like the punch in your face you kind of get from that Galaxy hop here.
Yeah, this is a 9%er, really old school West Coast vibe where you really get the malt, but this one's loaded with Citra, Mosaic, and Chinook hops. Nice 9%er, gives you get that little boozy kick towards the end, but no, I'm digging it. Look at both of us going 9% or 9.5% to start things off.
It is the comeback episode, so yeah, we're rolling high. KO in the house says, as a kid, I loved
it's going to be a quick episode. Yeah.
I'm sure not the only kid that built a few jumps in a day. Of course, you're not. Yeah. I mean, built the jumps and flipped a few bikes. And as Dave said, we're Gen Xers, so we didn't wear helmets. So it might have been what happened to some of my marbles, I guess, back then. But yeah, I know. I definitely took my tumble and stuff, but I had the wind up as a kid, the wind up bike. You drove my mom crazy with that thing. Yeah. Drove her crazy with that thing running through everywhere. I'm like, well, you bought it for me for Christmas, so I don't want to hear it, So I wind that baby up and just take off with it. So yeah. Evel Knievel was definitely a staple there. But got a few good things here on the beer news and stuff that we'll cover and get into. How's your beer going down?
It's really good. I like it. It's a little... I mean, it's 9%, but you get a little that boozy kick, which I'm not sure I'm digging. I think this would have just been better as a straight IPA, but no, it's good. I mean, I had three more of them. I know I'm definitely not going to do them tonight, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you had a chance yet to do the G-Force, that Voodoo Ranger G-Force.
No, I've seen it. I have not picked it up yet.
Okay, so I don't know if you saw the review I did on it, and it seems to be overwhelming. There's a lot of people that weren't as pleased with it, but it's definitely one to get you drunk at the 11. I think it's kind of like grab a couple of the stovepipes and head to the party or whatever. So but I just think they did kind of killed it with any flavor on that one as far as how good it could have been or was supposed to be. But I'll be curious to see if you actually do try that, like.
I don't know. It's just weird. Some of those, it's just almost like a craft version of a Four Loko or something. That's like, how boozy can you get? You're just going to sell, one can and be done. Like Goose Island has their Bear Hugs, I think it is. They've got their line, and they're all in the 9 to 11% range. I had one. It was like pineapple, and it was just, I don't know. It was almost like too boozy for me. It's like, it's not enjoyable. Yeah, if you just want to get drunk and you get drunk fast, it does the job.
Yeah. Was it like a syrupy mess on the one that you had there? Was it
it was sweet, and it was too boozy.
Okay. Yeah, I actually had the tropical one.
Lag from you here.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, everything seems to be moving with me fine on camera is what I'm seeing. But
but it was just for a bit there was like a lag.
Technology, right? So I had the tropical beer hug, and that one I had it a couple 2-3 years ago, and it was decent enough. But you start putting the flavors in, it can definitely take a change for sure.
Yeah.
But taking a look at some of the beer stuff, so you actually saw out there where we kind of got a little glimpse to at least one of the beers coming out this year for the Goose Island Bourbon County series. And it's only the one that you haven't seen any other ones out there yet. Besides this one.
I did. If you want to start talking about that, I'll find the other lineup if you want to give me a second.
Yeah. So for this year, Goose Island revealed the 2026 tiramisu variant that's going to be coming out as part of the lineup. So with Goose Island, You usually get 5 variants, and you get the one proprietor that you have to be in Chicago to get. So it's usually 6, I believe, they come out with each year. So this is going to be interesting to see how this one actually comes across. Matured in premium bourbon barrels, stout absorbed bold notes of vanilla, toasted oak, caramelized sugars, warm and whiskey character, then finished in rum barrels. So for those of you who watch the channel long enough, you know I am a fan of some of the rum barreling. So that'll be kind of interesting to have that on there. And then hints of molasses, the dark sugar, subtle spice, a little tropical. So yeah.
You can get
so
some
far,
coffee
not
going in
bad.
there. I mean, that sounds pretty good. And I do have the other lineup here.
Okay.
So what they're going to have in 2026, they're going to have an oatmeal raisin. Now that sounds pretty good to me. That's one of my favorite cookies. It's an oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels with raisins, brown sugar, vanilla, and molasses. They're going to have a toasted one just made with Elijah Craig barrels. It's a rye stout. So that's going to be out there. They have a toasted barrel blend. It's made with their friends at Virginia Distilling Company. So I'm assuming those are the barrels they're going to use for that. They're going to have an Angel's Envy. It's a barley wine. Excuse me. So that looks pretty cool. And they're going to have another one with Angel's Envy that's a cask. It's a barley wine that's going to be cask finish. So, I mean, those all look pretty good. I mean, it's a little different where they're like really plugging the barrels. So I don't know if they have like partnerships now, but you know, it's got the logo of Elijah Craig, the one from Virginia Distilling. It's got the Angel's Envy logo on there. So maybe they're kind of branching out a little bit with, you know, their branding and getting it tied in with these other barrel companies.
Gotcha. Well, the Angel's Envy, I've actually got that one that they did from the stout version, so it'll be interesting. They're doing it with the barley wine now.
Yeah, they have 2 barley wines.
Okay. All right. So, usually there's only 1 barley wine, so having 2 come out.
Yeah.
Okay. So something to definitely look out for there. What's up, Soup? Cheers, my friend. Happy Saturday to you. Great to see you. Haven't spoken to you like for ages. Oatmeal raisin sounds amazing, he says.
I'd be up for that one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not much of an oatmeal raisin type of person when it comes to the cookie. I'll eat oatmeal cookie, but if it's raisin, I'm not a huge fan of it. I've never really got over to a point of enjoying raisins, I guess. So, although
Raisin Bran as a kid?
No, that was for my grandparents when I was a kid. Like, you didn't eat that? Lucky Charms, man.
Oh. Raisin Bran, you know, I mean, we couldn't afford the real Raisin Bran. We got the store bought, you know, it's like didn't get 2 scoops in the grocery store version. You got like maybe a half a scoop, but still you had to have it.
Yeah, I had nothing to clear out, so I didn't actually use the Raisin Bran. But Goose Island with this one here. Rich espresso, dark roast coffee, dark chocolate, cocoa powder, mocha, vanilla ice cream, mascarpone-like richness, and caramel. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is one that's definitely up my alley to kind of pick up here. This will probably be one of the ones, at least here, before you get it half price if they do it again. It's probably like $24, $25.99 a bottle, I would think.
You know what? My Jewel did not have it marked out. Maybe they just didn't order as much.
Yeah.
So that could be too, because after, I would say Christmas, they didn't have any of it on the shelf. So maybe they just don't order as much, or my location doesn't. I mean, you're right across from Half Acre or Hop Butcher. So, you know, maybe they're not just getting as much of that because people are just going across the street or somewhere else to get good beer.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if people still, because I still like our Kroger, we still have stuff like of the 3 of the variants right on the counter at the taps at the store. If people are still chasing down or really trying to stack up on these, see them in different spots still more and more on shelves. So it's kind of interesting how that'll play out for them.
Yeah, my Binnies, I was just there today to pick some stuff up for the show tonight, and they still had a ton of it, like all the different variants. still full price. I'm like, I'm not spending that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, the other thing too, with everything kind of where it is in the economy right now,
Yeah.
$25 for a beer for a 16.9 ounce bottle or whatever. Well, you can get like, I don't know, a 30
you get some of those bear hugs. You can get a couple bear hugs. Yeah.
Well, you get a 30 of hams and still keep some dollars in your pocket at that price.
Yeah.
So
Still cheaper than gas.
Yeah. So some people might not be reaching for it as much as what they would have done for in the past. But you would think, like you said, like some of these stores might start dropping their price. And I know I've seen when I go to Jersey, they drop it down because it's pretty competitive. And the stores I've done in the past, they usually will have other stuff that people are grabbing, from some of the local type things. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything. I never really seen them drop them in Cincinnati. I never seen the price really drop here. Usually they kind of keep it where it's at. Now you end up getting rid of them usually at some point, unless the distributor takes them back. So, but something to keep an eye out for when that actually comes out. And then we got the stuff going on with our friends, the Kelsey brothers, I guess you can say. So apparently they are looking to Apple the garage beer. Interesting. Is Apple going to be a new flavor that everybody's going after now? We've had it with Keystone. We've had it with Busch. Now garage beer is getting into the act. Could this be the year of the Apple in 2026 in beer?
Yeah. It started with that Red's Apple Ale, which is, I had like an Imperial of that. That was brutal. That was fucking horrible. But, we'll see. I just had, my show last week. This guy, it's a new brewing company called American. And, I talked to him. Really cool interview. I mean, great guy. And, I received the beer after I talked to him. So I cracked it open and I got to do a video for it. But like the beer I noticed apple notes in that as well. This is, set up to be like a garage beer, a Montucky Cold Snacks, kind of in that line. But this had a little oak flavor to it and a little apple. So I thought that was interesting. And that was pretty solid. So I don't know. Maybe Apple's the new thing. Maybe they're going to kick pickles to the curb, and Apple's going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, but I remember when Apple was considered to be like an off flavor too.
Yeah,
so now it's embraced, But comparing here to Bapple, which is the Busch, and the Capel, which is the Keystone. Speaking of Keystone, in the house, Bumwine Bob. Cheers, my friend. Great to see.
There he is. There's my brother.
Yeah. He's waiting for the Keystone Ice to come back. So he's pumped up after we talked about that last show.
Yeah, Bumwine. Did you get American yet by you, Bumwine? Because that was pretty solid.
Sue says, I heard the Busch Apple was good, but can't find it around here. I will say people do seem to like the Busch Apple. I haven't seen much on the Keystone one, but I haven't picked up the Busch Apple to try myself because usually you have to buy a bunch of it. I just want the one can experience to see what it tastes like. So
the same thing with like that PBR pickle. Like I can't commit to a 6-pack. If it was a single, I would try it.
Yeah. Now the PBR pickle, I actually do have that broken out in my Kroger with singles, but there wasn't really a good selection when I went last time to fill up my 6-pack. However, if I go tomorrow to Kroger and they have that, and maybe they have the Keystone Apple and they have the Busch Apple, I can put all three and just get 3 other good beers to offset it. Yeah. I say good beers. I shouldn't say they were bad. It's just, I'll get 3 other beers, but most likely they'll be good beers. Just got to make my own 6-pack so I can actually try those ones. These are waiting for the Keystone Ice. Had Keystone Light Apple earlier today. Got a Busch Light Apple now. And had a Natty Ice 40 in between. It is the weekend.
Yeah.
I just feel like Bob's liver is like playing Hang On, Snoopy. Yeah. Hang on.
You're just sitting there looking up at him.
Yeah. It's got to be like a Buckeye liver, probably playing that song over and over again. So, but it'll be interesting here to see. Garage, they had the base version, they had the lime version they went with, which both of them, when they first came out under Braxton, kind of had that out there too, but then now they're going to go Apple. So this is something totally new. looking at a 4% ABV, so nice, light, crisp, 95 calories per serving of a 12-ounce can. So could be definitely for the lighter folks, only 3 grams of carbs.
Oh,
And,
wait, I didn't see this here. Read
the package. That's interesting.
Yeah.
By Founders.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not going to drink that, but you know, one wine you're going to have to let me know, brother.
Why are they going to? I mean, they've got the production for the other stuff. I don't know why they're going to Founders for that, but yeah. But yeah, so that'll be something out there to hit the marketplace here at some point. Bright, fresh apple notes. I mean, if you're an Apple fan, like Soup, my buddy Soup watching, he loves apples. He's always eating apples when we're gaming. So this could be a beer he may want to definitely check out. Light malt backbone, and keeps it grounded as a true beer. I don't know. Then there's that thing, a hard cider alternative. I feel like if I'm doing apple, why not just do a cider? So with all the different ciders we have available nowadays.
I'll have to talk to my buddy who's trying to run with the Bulls with Jason Kelsey, trying to get Jason Kelsey drinking a garage beer every day. So I'm going to have to go through him. Like, dude, how's the apple?
Yes, I heard that podcast there. That was crazy. He's and he's done it like 8 times. He's on your podcast.
He's like, he just loves running with the Bulls. I'm like, oh, son, that's on you. I'll sit back and run after him. I'll just sit there. I'll be in Spain in the cafe, and then once the Bulls go, I'll chase them. But I ain't running in front of them.
Yeah, I feel like at eight times, you're kind of starting to really push your luck there, because I feel like the average is going to catch you at some point. So it'll be interesting to see there. And then also we had some news there out of Cleveland, which they're going to go with the Dort Light. That's interesting. So Dortmunder itself has,
phenomenal
phenomenal many medal winner. And they're going to go ahead and cut it to a light version at 2.9% ABV, also at the 90 calories. So for those looking to watch the waistline, so to speak, you're going to have this available. 6-pack bottles and draft. I guess you got to go with the trends. You got to keep an eye on what's happening in the market, and people are looking for lower ABV alternatives. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how they take this, what they take off the Dortmunder to make the light. That will be good for a side-by-side comparison between the two to see what the differences are. So,
you know what? There was something I didn't add to the list, but I did see another Great Lakes brewery piece of news in the last week or so. Did you see that Great Lakes is teaming up with Pinter, and they're going to have, for the Pinter, if you have that apparatus to like brew it yourself, they're bringing back the old Burning River Pale Ale recipe so you could brew that at home.
No, I did not see that, but I've seen like Pinter blown up with a lot of different things right now, and seems like more people are getting involved with it. I know they got one for the World Cup, a special one they just did. And then they had one with Lagunitas that they also did. So it took them a few years, but they're starting to tread now. People are like, hey, let me give it a shot.
We'll have to see. I had my experiences with it. I won't get into it here, but, hey, God bless them. I hope it succeeds. But, yeah, I thought that was really cool because, like, Burning River was, like, my standard. That was my staple in the fridge, 25 years ago.
Yeah. It is. You said, if Apple's a big thing now, what fruit do you think will be the next trend? That's a good question. I mean, we were actually at a place earlier this week having a few beers, and one of the guys was telling me he ended up having one of the beers was a watermelon beer and how much he hated it and stuff. And watermelon is a tricky one because you have to put so much in to get the flavor out of it. Yeah. So the one he had there probably wasn't as good, although the High Hell watermelon from 21st Amendment will be back out here shortly. I think it already started hitting shelves since now they're back up after being taken over. But yeah, I don't know what kind of, I mean, mango's always kind of popular, more with the IPAs, I think. A lot of people try to get that mango tone out.
I've had some really good mango sours.
Yeah, it's the sours, blueberry. I've had that director blueberry sour that was really good.
Yeah, watermelon's always tricky because it either tastes like real or it's got that like Jolly Rancher fake watermelon taste.
Right.
And like I like the real watermelon. There's been some that use like real watermelon puree, and I think those taste really good and refreshing, but it's hard to strike that balance because some of them are just like, this is like candy. I don't want this.
Yeah, Ballast Point had a decent one.
Yeah.
And then the 21st Amendment I thought was a decent one, but then some are definitely a little bit more artificial on flavor.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I just did a beer review I'll be sharing upcoming, and it was a beer done with grapes, which is interesting. Like the grape, I mean, you think of the grapes, you think of the wine, and you get kind of a wine type feel that comes through it. But, you know, you don't have a lot of people doing stuff with grapes. So it's kind of a bold challenge that he actually kind of went after something like that, because I guess they could be tricky too.
Yeah, if Bumwine, if you're still on, and I'm sure you tried that Busch Light Peach, because I like peach in beer, like peach and apricot are always like a solid, like summer refreshing beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I've had some stuff with peach as well. Again, more to, like I think you said, the sour, definitely in the sour type feel. Candy watermelon or a nat. It's always like the natural flavor. Nobody really knows how to define the natural flavor.
Yeah.
That's like an out for a lot of the breweries where you see made with natural flavor. But I know with Ballast Point and 21st, they had actually done it with actual fruit or the fruit puree. It wasn't like artificial in theirs.
Well, Ballast Point, wasn't that like an Imperial? Wasn't it like their Dorado, if I remember right? And that was like Imperial, and that was pretty solid.
Yeah,
but
that was pretty solid.
Like a 9-10%er. And I'm like, oh, that'll get you going.
Every time. Yeah. See, guess it, candy flavor and stuff awful sometimes. Yeah, it can definitely be awful with the candy flavor and type things that actually take place there. So, you know, a Bumwine says, I never had the Busch Light Peach, but I'm curious to see which one they go with next out of the orange, lemon, and peach after the apple. Yeah. Yeah, you would think lemon could be something. People love the shandies with lemon, so you would think that might be a fruit to take a look at as well. Let's see here. Then we also had a change where one of the craft breweries was once sold to Tilray, and Tilray gave it back, basically. So
just when I thought it was out, they pulled me back in.
Yeah. So Atwater, which I've been a fan of Atwater and their beers out of Michigan, actually met a couple of their folks in the past up there in the Detroit area. But Mark Reith has reacquired them from Tilray Brands. So they're going to be back under their ownership there, putting out different beers, I guess. He initially sold them back in 2020 and 2023. The brand was acquired by Tilray. 2020 went to Molson Coors. And now we are 2026, and it's going back to him here. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do with that brewery. But they had some pretty decent ones. I'm not sure if you've had any of the Atwater. You probably have because you're right there. But
yeah, I mean, it's not distributed
Michigan.
Here. The name sounds familiar, and I think in my Michigan travels I had it, but like nothing stands out to me like I remember it. But I'm sure I did. But it's just funny. Like I'm sure he's reacquired it for a lot less than what he sold it for. So good for him.
Yeah, probably part of there too. Yeah. And it says since he sold that, he had launched another beverage thing, full beverages, focused on locally produced non-alcoholic beverages. I don't know if he's still doing that or not, and he kind of bringing this back. He also acquired Velvet Peanut Butter. nearly century-old peanut butter company founded in Detroit. So maybe he'll come back with a peanut butter beer here now, since he has that too. So
Velvet peanut butter stout. Yeah, there you go.
But as we see, or we were seeing a lot of these big brother type breweries acquiring smaller breweries. Now we're seeing some of the smaller breweries get back. So kind of interesting. Let's see, how's your beer going now? Did you finish that one already?
I'm almost done with it, so I'm about to grab another one in a second.
All right. Yeah, mine is going through real nice. Yeah. Let's see here. And for anybody out there looking for a job move, I've got a job you might be interested in too. Which never knew this was a job, but you learn something new every day. Sure, people have heard of the group Iron Maiden, right? So, if you know Iron Maiden, you know beer, then you know Trooper. But they are actually in the process for some lucky people here in the States to become a beer roadie on their U.S. tour.
Oh,
a beer roadie, basically running the beer, make sure the beer is stocked, getting all the beer and stuff like that. So, Lagunitas, which makes the signature lines, offering fans chance at an all expense paid but limited time job with the U.S. leg of the Run for Your Lives tour starting September 5th. So if you got some PTO, you want to take some time off, hit the road a little bit, hang out with Iron Maiden, keep the stock with beer. I'm sure you'll have enough to enjoy yourself. Might be a little vacation, and they're paying you to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the lead singer is a 747 pilot, so he flies the plane, and I've seen the plane at O'Hare, and it is awesome. It's got like Eddie, their mascot, on the tail, Iron Maiden. It's like, just your old 747. And I saw it at the time. I was working in our control tower, and you just see this bad boy going down the runway. I'm like, holy shit, that's like Iron Maiden's plane. It was so awesome.
I bet it was definitely a sight to see. Did they have like the logo and stuff on the side of the plane and everything?
Like Iron Maiden, it's got Eddie on a tail. I'm like, this is so flippin' cool.
Well, if you want to apply, submit a 30-second video to beerroadie.com answering the question, what would make you the ideal candidate as a Trooper beer roadie? Just that simple. Narrowed down to 3 finalists who will be interviewed by Lagunitas selection committee. Winner will then go on to receive the training at Lagunitas headquarters before the tour starts, and you'll got to get your videos uploaded by the end of July 7th. 30 seconds. It's a short. Make it short. Send it in. You might get lucky if you want to be a beer roadie.
Yeah.
Dan, they must drink if they need a. They they definitely are. This isn't a sober tour by any means. So,
I hope Bruce isn't the one drinking. He's flying to 747. He's got to stay sober.
Yeah, you got to land. Maybe they get a sub pilot in at times or something.
Yeah.
So.
You let the first officer take off and land.
Yeah. I've never heard of a designated pilot, so that'd be interesting if there was. But yeah, beer roadie, things you learn about. It's kind of crazy.
It's not going to be Denzel being the designated pilot.
He flew it upside down drunk in the movie, so they're like, nobody can copy the landing you did or whatever. And he was drunk when he did it, so
he was drunk and on coke. Yeah.
That's why you couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like watching The Wall Straight. If you watch The Wall Straight, you're going to miss things. So you're going to miss the true interpretation. As we all talk about the economy, we were talking about pricing earlier. A surprising bright spot is noted in this article that came out. Higher gas prices might be proven good for beer sales. You might wonder, how is that the case, right? But it's driving more consumers to staying at home, maybe rather than going out. So they're going to stores to actually buy their beer to bring home rather than going to actual spots and spending the money there. I guess, I mean, if you're getting a 6-pack for $9.99 and you're paying $8 for just a one at the brewery. Yeah, I can see where that can kind of add up for you, right? So,
yeah, we were talking before about like the stovepipe cans of the 10, 11%. Like, yeah, just buy one can of an 11%, Voodoo Ranger or Big Hugs or whatever, and that's going to get you, that'll make you sleep well at night as opposed to, going out or whatever and getting one for $8 to $9 on a pint. But yeah, you can get the stovepipe cans of that for like that, $2.50 to $3.50.
Yeah.
So you get a stovepipe, $3, say, just on average. Like you could get Maplewood Super Son of Juice. I think that's like a 9.5%, 10%. You could drink craft and have one of those and, sleep well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing with buying those, I don't know if they do it in your stores up there as much, but here I mentioned Kroger earlier. So Kroger has a cash back program, and they actually allow it on the alcohol, on beer and stuff, and wine. So it's like, they do the 2 for $3 for the Voodoo Ranger for $6 as a stovepipe. Well, they give you 3 back. So essentially you're getting 2 for $3. And you're doing it with like Rhinegeist and all these different.
Go to my app right now. Shit.
Yeah. Under Kroger, they have like your coupons, but then there's a spot for cash back, and they give bonuses back, and they send it into you in PayPal, which is great. So you get it like within a day or two. But people that are loading them up, I mean, basically you do it that way. You get 4 Voodoo Rangers for basically $6 in the stovepipe, or you get 4 Bell's Two Hearted. Like they'll do like the cash back on. It's like, all right, why not? Why not? So you got to get them little cards there for the grocery stores. They cut the gas price if you do enough shopping, and now they're cutting beer prices. Yeah, Kroger Plus card comes out all the time. People drinking Mad Dog again. I hope not. But Mad Dog did redesign and rebrand. They got some new stuff out there. So
Bum wine? What can you tell us?
Yeah, we should have Bum Wine as a Mad Dog report.
Yeah, we got to get Bum Wine on one weekend. Yeah,
as a correspondent there.
Yeah.
I notice our craft around here in stores have went up $1, so I guess everything is more expensive now. Well, for some of the breweries, the canning aluminum prices definitely come into play, and some of the stuff they're dealing with as far as distribution and things. So yeah, everything's been kind of affected, and things I guess are still being stressed out because the Strait of Hormuz hasn't been done and completed, and I don't even know what the hell we're doing over there anymore. But it's kind of like it's kind of crazy in the world right now and stuff.
I'm gonna grab another one real quick.
Okay. And then when Dave comes back, I'll do the next one here because Dave's going to want one of these. I know. So we'll see. But what's everybody else drinking out there? If you are drinking, drop a comment. Let me know what you're actually sipping on right now. For soup, you're probably having apples or something. Let's see here. Shout out to my Mountaineers, WVU, on to the Super Regional for the first time in history, which is awesome. Knocked off Cal Poly today. So shout out to the Mountaineers. And now going on to the next part of the College World Series. Couches, beware. You might be getting burnt next weekend. Just saying. So this might be something that Dave might want to get his hands on for sure.
Fucking gonna make me cry on this show.
We talked in the past about the whole Schlitz thing taking place, and now we actually have Schlitz bobbleheads releasing to end the iconic beer brand. Kind of cool, right? With the little Schlitz bobbleheads here, that you can actually go to check out. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame has released 2 limited edition Schlitz bobbleheads to commemorate the final brewing of the historic beer brand. Let's see here. National Bobblehead Hall of Fame online stores where you can actually check it out. $40 for each or $75 for the set. So you can actually choose to get one or choose to get both. But kind of a neat little thing taking place there to kind of pay homage to Schlitz. And
Just make the damn beer.
yeah, we talked last show and kind of reminisced on some of the Schlitz type beers and stuff. But yeah, just kind of interesting. They're bringing back Keystone Ice, but they're getting rid of Schlitz.
Yeah,
same brewery. I don't know. But yeah, if you want some nostalgia, check that out. Get yourself a Schlitz bobblehead.
I just busted open. This one's really good. This is Half Acre and Allagash. This is a collaboration Daisy Cutter Crown. What I thought was cool about this, obviously two iconic breweries. Daisy Cutter is always good. Allagash, famous, but they use wheat that's grown in Maine. So I'm going to have to assume that's Blue Ox, who I've actually talked to the people there from Blue Ox. So I'm trying to get more details on this. They're going to have Half Acre next Saturday, a festival. Last year, their collaboration with the Daisy Cutter Crown was with Firestone Walker. This year's with Allagash. So the Allagash people are going to be in town next weekend at Half Acre. Always a cool time. You can go there. They have all sorts of stuff. You can get a flash tattoo if you want a Half Acre tattoo. You could go get one there. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to try to hit that up next Saturday, but it's a good beer. It's an IPA, but I like the craft malt aspect of it. It's really tasty.
Nice. Yeah, they like that. I've had the Daisy Cutter before, which is really solid. It was funny when I got Daisy Cutter, I got it in New Jersey because they didn't have it in Ohio, even though it's basically next to Illinois.
Yeah,
but that's distribution for you.
Yeah,
and you mentioned Firestone, which reminds me, shout out to them. They just had their Firestone Invitational.
Yeah,
last weekend. A lot of good video stuff I saw out of it. I saw that Darwin was there from Darwin's Beer Reviews. I know Mike versus Beer. He was there. Had some really good footage on his stuff. And
I think American Blonde Ale was there. Yeah, a lot of people were there. I wanted to go, but it was like my birthday weekend. So I'm thinking that's like my goal for next year. If it's going to be the same weekend, then next weekend will be my 60th.
Good time to go. Yeah. I would have loved to have got out there, and I was like running around doing some other stuff, but saw some of the footage out there, and it was like really good, well put together event. A lot of great breweries from not just here, but around the world that were actually a part too. So definitely put that on the list to try to get to. Soup drinking the hard stuff. Got the mug root beer. Yeah. He's keeping it down low right now. You got to watch what he drinks there. So I do like some mug root beer though. Yeah. Ryan is in the house. Ryan, I thought you were going to be at the Jungle Gyms today, but he's got back from him. Oh, Missing Link was today at Urban Artifact. I forgot about that. And he's now drinking Esther's Little Secret. That's actually from Warp Wing, caramel pecan doppelbock. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
So it's pecan, not pecan?
I said pecan. I go both ways. I grew up in New Jersey where it was pecan because we try to speak proper English, and I went to school in West Virginia and got out of Kentucky and became pecan. So if it's fluent both ways. If my great aunt was here, she'd probably hit me in the mouth like pecan. She was like an aunt from back in the day. It was like no elbows on the table. You don't go down to the soup. The soup comes up to you. She was really formal and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, pecan, not something you can like a pecan. I know some of the Southern people kind of say that stuff too. But yeah, but that does sound. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did the Esther's Little Secret yet. But
all right.
Zombie Dust, Die Hard. All right, Greg. Yeah,
can't go wrong with that.
It's just like Zombie Dust, though. We talk about this from time to time. It's not one that people had down here. It used to be once Zombie Dust came in, you were wiped out. Yeah. Like, so you get a call, hey, they got Zombie Dust and so, and everybody's like there just buying it out, or they're limiting how many you can buy. Now that's another one that kind of sits on shelves, but still a great.
Now it's a Costco.
Yeah, but still one of the best pale ales out there.
Oh yeah.
Ryan says, I want that beer. Dave just heard about it yesterday.
It's pretty
There
good.
you go. That's
Ryan,
pretty
we
good.
can talk. If you don't get
Yeah.
it by you, Ryan, we can talk. I could pick some up. So really good. Crush, Simcoe, Amarillo, and Tangier hops, 6.7%. I mean, it's solid. It's a solid IPA. So definitely, yeah, we'll talk after this, Ryan, or Instagram, whatever. But yeah, I know I still owe you guys some stickers and shit that I totally forgot about that, and that's on me. But yeah, we'll get together. I'll get you some stuff.
There you go. And True Greg, it is hard to find sometimes because it does sit up there on some of the shelves. So
Yeah.
always kind of pull it up to check the bottle. And I'm trying to think with Three Floyds. I'm trying to remember if they do put their dates on stuff though, because they might be one of the breweries that doesn't usually date their stuff, which is a crime nowadays. How people get away with that.
Yeah. I thought I had like one left. I think they do. I think it's on the bottles.
Okay.
Like because the last time I bought the Zombie Dust, it was in bottles at Costco, and it was like $30 a case. Yes, I'll take that, son. But I thought it was like how they sometimes on the bottles you get that little
On the
fine
bottle
yellow
that
print.
get yellow, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was on there, but I'm not sure. Like, you were talking Kroger, they own our Mariano's here, and it's on the bottom of the cans because I always get the Zombie Ice in the stovepipes there.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I couldn't remember if they were one of the ones that did or didn't offhand. I like their Dreadnought. Their Dreadnought's one of my favorite ones, though.
Yeah.
That's one I really enjoy. And then, of course, Robert the Bruce is top notch for a Scotch ale. Both ways just depends on what you're talking about. Yeah. All right. So Three Floyds has some deluxe lagers like to try regular and lime. Yeah, I think our Kroger has that, Ryan, as well, because Ryan's here with me. So
yeah, the regular is good. I haven't tried the lime.
yeah. And they're pretty consistent with the dates now. 12. Okay, excellent. 12 pack in the cans now. Okay. And I wish I could still get Pipeworks in Ohio.
We get Pipeworks all over here. Like our Trader Joe's, Pipeworks must be like in cahoots with Trader Joe's because my Trader Joe's has everything. But even my Binny's today had a ton of Pipeworks, and even like my White Whale, one of my favorite beers of all time, is Pipeworks Imperial End of Days. Oh my God, barrel aged stout, and it's got like some chilies in it at the end. Holy shit, is that good?
Chili's baby back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why whenever I hear chili, it just makes me think of that for whatever reason. So that was the marketing did to us back in the day.
Yeah.
Get stuff stuck in our head. Interesting thing here. Do you think you would try a beer
No.
that came?
No.
You don't think you would get mummified?
No.
Mummified yeast?
No.
I haven't even got it out yet, and Dave's just like, no.
No.
So scientists are going to brew a beer with a yeast from a mummified remains they just located in the frozen Alps of northern Italy. They've actually already done it with sourdough bread, and they said the sourdough bread turned out to be pretty good. So they're going to try doing it with beer. This is from who they're calling Otzi the Iceman. I may have pronounced that O wrong because it's got the two dots on it. But anyway, they say he was shot in the back with an arrow before his body froze in ice. Predicted to have been in his 40s when he died 5,300 years ago.
No. That's like the vagina yeast beer. No. Just no. Just
Would
make
that
a regular
yeast- would
IPA for fuck's sake. You don't need this.
Would that yeast be as bad though as this yeast? I mean,
No. Just no. God damn. The fuck is wrong with these people?
His corpse was discovered by two German hikers in 1991 in a study of the microbes in his body in 2019. Huh. So they've had him for a while. They had him there for a while. So yeah. It'll be interesting.
You go back up to the top and just look at his skeleton. This man just looks like he's just listening to somebody at a bar just talking his ear off about stupid shit. Like some guy's trying to tell him about the hops in an IPA. And this guy, look at this face. He's just like, motherfucker, just shut the fuck up.
I got shot in the back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that guy you pissed off. He's like one of our king warriors or something. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting call to do something like that for sure. Craft beer sometimes knows no bounds. So
no sense.
I'm definitely with you there on the vaginal yeast, though. But he said, one of my favorites is the one collaboration between Three Floyds and Pipeworks. Zombie versus Unicorn.
Yeah,
was definitely a good one. I will try it. I'll try to drink worse. You know what? Bumwine probably has. He probably has drunk worse. So
we got to get Bumwine on in 2 weeks. Yeah. Bumwine, look at your calendar.
Drake says, I'm out.
Yeah.
Not your mummy's lager. See what you did there. That's pretty good.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Who said, damn, look at that mummy. Bet he tastes good in the beer. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, I think it was probably somebody, one of the scientists might have been high and kind of came up with that idea. Like, you know what we should do? Take the yeast from that mummy and make a beer out of it. Oh, that's a great idea. They're sitting there hitting the bong. From the Cheech and Chong lab, we got an idea. Yeah. It's definitely something different for that one there. But we have another pack of scientists. They're not doing the mummified yeast, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to actually come up with their own beer, but what they're going to use is actually tree bark. What kind of tree bark? Tree bark from, don't want to show me how. Get off of my screen.
Oh, yeah, I had to do that shit too. From a 250-year-old tree. So they found this tree in Bloomington, Indiana, and they're going to make a colonial era beer with wild yeast from 250-year-old trees.
Yeah.
Upland's a solid brewery. Upland's really good. It's going to be called Declaration of Fermentation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd rather drink this than literally Dead Guy Ale, like we just talked about, the segment before.
Rogue should have done that. Dead Guy Ale would actually be used from a dead guy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, dead guy beer, dead tree beer. You people should be curing fucking cancer. You shouldn't be making beer from this shit. Put your knowledge to something good. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That's what happens when I start with a 9.5%, the first beer of the show. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Jagoffs.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on with choosing these death type things. But the 250, they're trying to find something for the 250th anniversary. So I can kind of see that there. But I don't know why they went with the tree. I mean, other breweries are like using George Washington's recipe or some other type stuff, right? Yeah, they're not putting wooden teeth. They're going to actually use a recipe or, there had to be some other stuff out there, but it is what it is. Just trying to be different based on 17. Wait a minute, it's a recipe that's sort of based on 1776 ingredients and brewing conditions.
Cure cancer.
Who was back in 1776? Like, you know what? We need to put some tree into this beer. Like,
they didn't hops. They had to do something.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see. I mean, that's where it all starts, like in a little petri dish, so. And they say, what does it taste like, or the yeast where it's coming from? They said, well, it's got a little bit of a smoked malt in it, so you get a little bit of the smokiness. Now, I do like my smoked beers. I'm not going to say that's going to win me over to try that one, but I do like some smokiness. I would feel better drinking this, though, than I think the mummified yeast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would drink that.
I would give this one a shot more there. I mean, interesting.
And Upland's good. I like the stuff I've had from Upland, so I would try that.
Yeah, definitely a good brewery there. I do want to try George Washington's original beer recipe, but no mummies. Yeah, the George Washington's recipe is something they put out there. It's like one of the I don't want to say like Brewing Library. Somebody had released it recently. Oh, and I was going to tell you too, Ryan, I need to go down there. I might try to go down there tomorrow, but our Sam Adams does have the special Sam Adams 1776 beers. At least they did last weekend. So I might try to pick those up because you have to get them either in Boston or get them like in Cincinnati.
Yeah, those look really cool.
Dead Tree Ale. There you go. Name writes itself, right? Give me some Bark Box. Scientists are out of control drinking bark and mummies, right? Like you got nothing else to do, just kind of creating some stuff we don't really need. Like no one probably asked for that beer recipe to be used, but
yeah,
here we are. Let's see here. I was going to ask, I don't know if you've had anything from this brewery, but it seems like they're starting to make a little bit of an impact as far as out of where they're from. Big Heart Brewing.
I have not. You know, I'm reading this article too. I'm like, damn, I got to try some of this, but I have not seen this in my travels.
Yeah, so they were just in Frankenmuth. They're in Michigan, but they were in Frankenmuth for the World Expo of Beer. They ended up medaling off of 7 of their beers there, making a nice name for themselves on what they were actually doing there. They had an amber bitter European bellows, I guess silver. What was it? Amber bitter European, and it was bellows.
So bellows
British brown.
Name, yeah.
Right. Warbride was a British brown. Always get like a good brown ale. Great Walker and Hall & Oates, 2 dark British.
I love that name.
Yeah.
Hall & Oates, yeah.
Yeah. Alfonso, the American Pale. And then they had All Smoke. They had Smoke Follows the Jive Ass. That's what I liked. That's They'll be blowing smoke up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had a cider, Flemish Field. But not only doing the beer, but they're doing the cider and, you know, kind of putting their name out there. So it could be a brewery to keep an eye on out here, possibly.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, out of Michigan. First time I think they were kind of in something like that. But yeah, it's always good to see some of those success stories being told and being shared out there on what they're actually doing. So I actually cracked open because I've got these Mind Hazes I have to work through still. The Mind Haze Galaxy Bender.
Oh, that's a good one.
IPA. Yeah, this is a good one. This was a nice one in the mixed variety pack that just came out from Firestone Walker with the Mind Haze series. I mean, Firestone Walker, they're not missing. I mean, they're hitting their shots for sure. So I've been impressed with pretty much everything they came out with. And then up in Minnesota, they are finding ways now to climate proof their beer. So breweries are kind of, you know, they're saying they're starting to run into some of the extreme weather. So they're looking to crack down on some of the stuff up there where, you know, it's affecting them with the different changes that are taking place. So they're being kind of precautious out there, kind of setting up some stuff. And, you know, people, I think, sometimes don't realize how much the weather can affect some of the things that are taking place with, you know, we're going through right now a lot of, well, you're getting in Illinois, I think, too, like a lot of storm stuff rolling through, but you're getting a lot of the rain and stuff, and you get the flooding. And then if you're on hills and stuff, you got the mudslides, and then you start going to the drought season. So
there's no hills in Illinois. We're flat.
There's no hills
in Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just got to, if there's any type of drought or whatever, you would dry out some there. But it's smart on their part to kind of prepare for that type of stuff, I think.
Yeah, Minnesota gets, you know, you get the extreme, you know, cold in the winter.
Yeah. And see, like here, like Mad Tree is just, they've been doing all kinds of stuff for eco type things ever since they pretty much opened. But, you know, they make note on here, like including the floods, the droughts, the severe storms, the wildfires. You know, it's definitely seen a rise taking place, and they're starting to insulate themselves because Minnesota does put out a lot of beer. So,
yeah,
got a lot of good breweries up there. Let's see here. Yeah, the suit said Guess after drinking bark beer, one of them said, "Look at Carl. He's going to be tasty in about 100 years too." Then another mummified beer. I need to pick up some of the crazy Dogfish releases. I heard about that they have a Sam Adams Cincy. Yes. I don't know how much they actually have there. I know I actually have a review upcoming on one of them, and I have another one to actually drink too. So stay tuned for that. But if you can get over there, I would definitely do that. They got some good stuff on tap right now too. So Classic Styles, much respect. Yeah. Hey, JT's in the house.
JT's in the house.
Beer man over here. And got Big Daddy in the house. And he's got
There
Old
he is.
Urban. There you go. Drinking his
There you
beer.
go.
Awesome hazy IPA.
I think I'm going to close off. I got my last beer I'm going to have is from Old Irving. It's their triple.
There you go. Old Urban's getting some press tonight. They do such good beer, so they deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve all the press.
Dude, let me just talk about their cheese curds. Their cheese curds are outstanding. Because we were there last, Saturday for my birthday, and my wife orders her stuff. I'm like, we got to get the cheese curds, and their fries are great too. Like I've never had a bad meal there, but their cheese curds are outstanding.
Now, are they doing the poutine there as well since they got cheese curds?
No, I mean they might. I haven't ordered it. I just like. The fries are great, what you get with if you get a burger or you get like a chicken sandwich, something like that. But the cheese curd just on their own, killer.
Nice. I do like a good poutine, but I like some cheese curds by themselves too.
Yeah.
But it's good that JT's here and Big Daddy's here with you as well, because the next story actually deals with get off of my screen.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this till you posted this.
Yeah, so there's a new directory to help summer travelers find Illinois breweries, brew pubs, and wineries. So if you haven't seen us out here, go to this strawlocal.com was the website I saw this on, because now they were blocking it to log in and continue reading and stuff. But there is a new thing there where you can actually get connected and be able to see the different thing. I guess I could listen to the video. I could listen to this if we would have played this.
I've got an ad blocker on. So, this is from the government that, let the bears move. But no, these businesses not only create jobs, but serve as gathering places where communities come together to celebrate and connect. This is what the Illinois Liquor Commission said in a release. So, I mean, it'll give you all like the breweries, brew pubs, distilleries, and wineries on this app and website. Or you could just ask one of us. You ask JT, you ask me, ask any of our great people here from Illinois, and we'll just tell you the places to go. But you could also go to this app.
Yeah, they might have a few surprise type stuff on there. I don't know.
Daddy's going to let you know where to go. We're not going to steer you wrong.
Not at all. Definitely. No. Yeah. So that was kind of interesting to see. I mean, helps tourism, right? Put some stuff out there, get people in there. So good job on their part, so to speak. And then Boulevard Brewing, which we all know Boulevard down in Missouri or Mizzou. They have a new beer hall yard, and they're actually cracking open a new limited release soccer IPA. I wonder why. It is World Cup time, right? Starting this Friday. So they're going to have a new one coming out for that. And that is going to be here. The Space Camper Star Striker is the name of that one there. Boulevard would be kind of a cool brewery to visit at some point, I think. Yeah. But if you get down to that area, you definitely have the right here, the new beer hall and stuff that's going up, or it's actually up now, I guess you can say. The Space Camper comes in at 5.9%. It's boozier and more bitter. I mean, it's 5.9. How boozier can it actually be? What are you comparing it to there? Star Striker has a brighter flavor with sweet tropical notes that hit at pineapple. Really helps the heavy, dank IPA darkness, which IPA doubters me aren't so huge on to avoid overstaying its welcome. Wow, so you just hating on IPAs. Write an article on the beer, but you're hating on IPAs about an IPA. And you messed up. Is it 5.9 or is it 5.2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wrote this piece here? Is there a writer this is credited to?
Pitch case. See, this is AI bullshit.
Yeah. But anyway, keep an eye out for this new beer coming out from Boulevard, which is really interesting because this, I think, is the first time I've seen a Boulevard beer in a can. I've always seen only bottle from them. So that's kind of interesting that they're going to have cans now. So, yeah, Kylie Volavongza. Yeah. Kylie
IP 5.9%. So just be quiet.
Stop using AI so much.
Yeah. I'm going to grab my last one for the night here.
All right. Boulevard beers. I'm right there with you, Ryan. Boulevard is always solid. I've actually got to crack open. I haven't done a review on it because I had so many other styles I needed to drink through, but I do have that strawberry, that chocolate, and that vanilla from the Neapolitan series I need to get into. So I will be cracking those open here. I think I'm finally almost to the end of my IPA stage where I can now start drinking some of those great tasting stouts that I have. But, you know, IPAs, you got to get them out early and get them out the way. So they take a little more precedent when you have them. Yeah, let's see here. Open this up. Which beer did you get this time?
I picked up the Cosmic
Triple. Yeah.
It's a hazy triple IPA from OIB. I mean, it's great. I picked this up the other night. It's got Galaxy Citra.
Ooh.
Really good. Really good.
I told you my feelings on Galaxy already, so yeah.
Yeah. Good foam, good color.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mention this Firestone Galaxy Bender was an 8.5 ABV, for anybody wondering.
Yeah.
I think I put that review up on the channel already. Stop drinking those cheap beers from Kroger and get into your backlog. I don't have really that many cheap beers. You know what it is? It's them. They keep sending me stuff, and it's like, I appreciate it. I love it. They've been a great sponsor on the channel. But I'm like, I can't get to all the others. I got this, and I got some of the stuff from Sam. So
they don't love me
trying
anymore.
to work through. No, they do. That's what they do. Although I didn't get that P Frill though either. So honestly, I've got so many beers here. I'm like, I don't really need anything else right now. My Untapped had to count. My Untapped says I have 203 beers on hand. Mind you, Untapped only tells you one thing for your beer. So if you have one beer and you have a 6-pack of it, Untapped only counts it as one. So I have 203 named beers. I have some that are
3 or 4. The Rod J Festival?
I need to have one. I just need to clear out the beer fridge and let's start over
J
party.
Festival. I'll bring over like the sausages and meat from Chicago.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be out of service for a couple of weeks with my elbow. I could drive, go see a Reds game, go to Jungle Gyms.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Susan had a Dogfish IPA a couple weeks ago. It wasn't too bad. No, Dogfish had IPAs pretty good. Yeah.
Even like the regular 60, that's a fantastic beer.
Yeah. If you had 60 to 90, if you have the 120, you might want to sit down for a little bit. But yeah. If you only know a couple of guys that live by and help you out, I do for sure. Yeah. I should do something, do a poker game and just come over and drink beers and play poker or something.
I got the thing of chips right here.
There you go.
I got a beer in front chip right now as my card holder.
Yeah. And talking about Sam Adams, this is the 1776 collection. So this is actually, Ryan, I was saying, available in Cincy. If you go to the Cincy, if you go to the one in Boston, otherwise, I think you have to go through this website. They actually priced it as the 1776 to go along with it. But this is where you're getting that George Washington Porter, the James Madison Dark Wheat Ale, the hard root beer, and then the number 3 ginger honey ale. So kind of interesting mix. The label, I like the labeling of it. It's kind of cool look
sharp
there for sure. Yeah. So it's a 4-pack, and special batches. No. Oh, does it say sold out there?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know if you can get other places. Like I said, I know they had it in our Cincinnati tap room. But yeah, limit 2 packs per customer due to limited availability. So might be some other places you can find it out there. I just saw the one site here to mention it. So yeah, something kind of cool there. I haven't done like a hard root beer in ages. I think the last hard root beer was probably Not Your Father's or some knockoff of it or something. So
God, I just remember like 10 years ago how big those things were. Not Your Father's, and you get them on tap, and they were like 13%. You get some like weird on tap version. It's like, holy shit.
Well, we had some bars that were doing them as root beer floats.
Yeah.
So they're serving them with ice cream in them.
And then people were coming out like, what was it? It might have even been Sam Adams. Was it like a Coney Island? There was like another, everybody tried to jump on that like trend for a minute. And then there was like hard cream sodas. But man, Not Your Father, that was like Haley's Comet. It was huge, and then it was gone.
And it was gone, yeah. Kind of like Zima.
Don't start with me. I'll pull out my Zima hat right now.
Which I do have a Zima thing I heard earlier today. I'll tell you in a second. But the root beer type thing, that was something, it burned out real quick. But yeah, it was there, and then they had a cream ale, I think, on it as well. They did at one point. So it's still out there. You can still buy it. It's just not as popular as what it was. But
no,
I was watching the video earlier, and they made mention of Zima on it. I think it was the Jungle Gyms about the International Beer Fest, one of our news stations. Yeah, it was this morning. And one of the anchors she was talking about, she's like kind of talking about like Zima back in the day. But she said she put Skittles in her Zima. I never heard anybody put Skittles.
Girl.
And
Girl. Don't you blasphemize Zima with Skittles.
I don't know who else may have done Skittles out there. I wonder if anybody did do Skittles into it.
Marshawn Lynch, maybe, but that was like the only other Skittles guy I know.
She said Skittles in hers. So that was kind of weird. I knew you would get that being the true Zima-ist that you are.
Yeah. Damn.
What's up, Riz? Cheers, my friend. Brothership and Clag are effing monsters out there killing straight gas, dropping straight gas. I've got to do some Clag because I've heard a lot of good things from them about them. Congrats on your new NFL team, Todd and Shannon. Oh, because the Bears going to Indiana. So they did officially move to Indiana?
No, they're still playing. They're playing both sides, but I need a new NFL team. I love Caleb Williams. I love Caleb Williams and the Bears, but the minute they cross the border, I'm open. I won't be Green Bay because that'll never happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What else is close to me? Detroit?
Yeah. Detroit, you're going to be a Detroit fan. That seems sacrilege if you're in Illinois, though.
Yeah. I might have to go Kansas City.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's kind of dirty on their part, too. I mean, all the Chicago fans have hung in for the Bears through all these years, and they finally hit town and get things rolling, and they leave the fans.
And it's not that far away.
Yeah.
But I'm not going.
It's all about the dollars.
It's all about the dollars, and you're just trying to extract money from local governments, and Indiana's too stupid to give it to them. Yeah. Whatever. Go. Don't
let the door not hit you with a good Lord split you, like they used to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still wear my Walter Payton jersey. You know, I still love me some Walter Payton, Lance Briggs, all those guys. But if you go, you go. You're done.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Singletary was always a favorite for me with the Bears.
I helped Mike Singletary a few weeks ago. He
Did
was
you
trying
really?
to get through. Yeah, he was trying to get through, and with my light duty, and I saw him. I'm like, Mr. Singletary, come on through here, my man. And I asked like the girl where I worked, I'm like, hey, can you help out? Legendary Chicago Bears. She's like, yeah. So I cut him through the lines and got him through. He was trying to catch like a last minute flight. So he
Yeah.
was like, man, God bless you, brother. He was like, yeah, thank you for helping me out. I'm like, hey, old school Bears fan,
Yeah.
you look out. Yeah. Look out.
So look at this. David's lead blocking for Mike Singletary, getting him through the line.
Yeah. I'll get you through.
Big Daddy had that triple last week. The Cosmic Triple said it was awesome. Never heard someone doing Skittles. I didn't either, but she said Skittles. Maybe she knows what she was talking about, but she said Skittles. And she said it more than once when she did it. So
I'm going to have to look. You're going to have to send me that link.
yeah.
I'm going to have to comment on that post.
Oh. Just go straight up Zima.
Thank you.
Bum Bob says.
Thank you, Bumwine. Thank you, my brother.
Keep it straight and legit. Just do the Zima. Place in Dayton that does many different infused malorts, and they just did one with Skittles. So maybe the Skittles do make the rounds. Maybe they do. Can you put something in the malort to make it better, or you have to go to straight malort?
Straight Malort. It's like drinking tears from Jesus. That's how good it tastes.
Somebody putting something into that. It's like someone putting ketchup on hot dog for you guys in Chicago.
Don't do it.
You would not do that in my presence. Oh, they had some Clag beers at Hoppin' Vines. Oh, and Standard. Okay. Several varieties of cans. I'm going to try them too. The Standard is actually that's a nice little hidden gem of a spot that we actually have here. I haven't been here in a while, but Standard is one of our little beer stores that he does a good job. I've talked to the owner before, how he keeps it all stocked and everything. So need to get down there at some point too. We got so many good places to get beer around here. Now you're welcome at the Silver and Black. Yeah, you can become a Raiders fan now. Raiders. Soup's got room on the bus for you.
All right, I'll do it.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
I had back in the day, way back in the day, 40 years ago, I had a Lyle Alzado Raiders jersey.
Alzado. Nice. Yeah. That dude was a beast. In the 70s, who was your favorite Raider? Was it like Lyle Alzado? Were you a Stabler?
In the 70s, it probably was Stabler or like Cliff Branch,
Cliff
they had
Branch,
so many great guys back in the 70s. You had, Bolitnikoff, Stabler.
Freddie.
Yeah. But like I was always like a Cliff Branch, Kenny Stabler guy. And like there's like this meme out there. Kenny Stabler's like 36 and looks like he's dead. And then they showed like Tom Brady at 45, winning Super Bowls. And I'm like, yeah, we lived better back in the day.
Yeah. Sue says, see, he's already a Raider. One nation. Yeah. See, back in the 70s, my guy was Lester Hayes.
Oh, Lester Hayes.
Lester Hayes was my dude back in the day. And Jack Tatum. Jack Tatum was also
Tatum.
He would take somebody's head off. The hits he would put on people.
The assassin, yeah.
But Cliff Branch, you're right. And Fred Blitkoff, Stabler, had it not been for the miraculous reception, they would have went to the Super Bowl instead of Pittsburgh that year. And of course, this Madden was just the ultimate coaching personality.
And they had so many great characters, like
Ted
Howie
Hendrickson.
Long. Howie Long was a great guy. Ted Hendricks,
historic, yeah. Howie Long, Howie Long was. And Al Davis himself. Al Davis is such a character himself. Like he was just like, you're not going to feed me that shit, and I'm not going to take it type of guy. He was just like, he stood up for what he wanted to stand up for, and the league hated him for it, but he called stuff out. You know,
and they signed Mike Haynes from the Patriots, so they had Lester Hayes and Mike Haynes for a while, and you couldn't throw the ball. You
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
throw the ball deep against the Raiders because, like,
Yeah.
you had Hayes and Haynes. My God.
You got Haynes and Hayes on the corners, right?
Yeah.
So you can throw it across the middle, and your tight end is like, not with Jack Tatum standing there. I'm not going across the middle. You need to give me an out.
Otis Sistrunk, Gene Upshaw.
Oh, Gene Upshaw. Yeah.
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 I mean, the Raiders. I mean, even that. Who was that slow, dopey white guy at running back? Mark Van Egan. But he was always like, he would just get you through.
Yeah. I mean, the Raiders got robbed some games back then. I mean, they should have. Yeah. They're one of those teams you look at. It's timing, right? But they could have easily had more Super Bowls.
Dave Casper.
Earlier. Oh, man. Who was Dave Casper? Was he the galloping ghost or something?
Ghost to the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Casper, yeah. I think he was 87, I believe, was his number back in the day. Yeah.
He might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. But the games between the Raiders and the Steelers back then.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was some battling for sure. Man. They don't play football like that anymore. It's so funny now. Just, in the 90s, we used to have the hardest hit VHS tapes and stuff they would always do, like NFL films, like the hits that year. And nowadays, you can't even do that because of everything. It's just the whole safety type thing, I guess, but it's totally different.
10, 11 years ago, like ESPN would have Jacked Up. He got jacked up, and now you couldn't even do that anymore.
Right. Yeah. They're trying to bring it down but it's football. Football is going to be what it is. But I mean, watching some of those games like then,
guys like, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis that are Ravens, like Ed Reed. I mean, both guys, but Ed Reed was my guy. Ed Reed was like shit. He was the best.
When Ed came in, Ed was like a throwback to some of the other guys that were ahead of him. He was a throwback to like a John Lynch or, Rodney Harrison. And, he just played it. But he was just that much more, a little bit higher than what they were. Yeah. But he would just read that field, and he would know how to hit you and stuff. And he would get in there and break the plays up. And, you have him, and then you have Ray in front of you. And then you have like a Siragusa on the line. Yeah. And it's just like, and then you get a Terrell Suggs that comes in. And it's just like, again, they're a team that like you feel like they should have won more than they actually did. But
football, that guy's football. Like, he was even on the Bears for a year, but we talk about Bears, Sam Adams. Sam Adams was a defensive tackle that was a beast.
Yeah. Yeah. What was he, like 350 or something back then?
Yeah.
Which was
Sam
just like
Sam Adams was grown man strength right there.
Yeah, trying to move him out the middle. And there was another one that was a big dude too.
Siragusa, Adams.
It was who was the other big? There was another big boy in another team. I can't remember who it was. Gilbert Brown.
All right, yeah,
the Gravedigger. Yeah, good luck moving him out of the middle of the Green Bay line.
Yeah,
that dude. He ate up at least two of your people trying to block to protect. So and they can move for big fellas too. So I mean, yeah. It was a different day, different time. Not gonna lie, this might be a good year to jump onto the Bengals bandwagon. Loaded up to keep Burrow. Well, they needed to. They should have loaded up for Burrow years ago. I mean, you spent all that money to get him in, and you weren't getting in line to protect him until now. But I tell you what, with Garrett going to L.A., that keeps Burrow alive at least for 2 games.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure.
I mean, Cleveland, they got a player. They got a player in that deal. So, I mean, it's not bad. I don't think Cleveland's going to be good for another 2 or 3 years, but now's the time. I might need to be a Bengals fan. Like the uniforms are similar, the black and orange. Bears were like dark navy blue and orange, but I might have to go Bengals.
Both cities start with the C, so there you go, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Anybody from Cincinnati's watching, I can give you my address.
Yeah.
I'll wear the hat.
Yeah, get you into the Bengals. Yeah, Cleveland's gonna. I don't know. Cleveland's got to figure out her
Who dat?
quarterback thing.
Who that?
No, but see now you can get JT riled up because who that is New Orleans.
Yeah.
Who
I thought they were Who Day. Yeah.
Who Day is Cincinnati. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I got my Who's mixed up.
You got your dat and your day mixed up.
Yeah. I'm drinking a hazy triple. You got to give me a break.
Yeah, Troy Polamalu was always fun to watch too. He was a beast of a safety too. I mean, he's definitely one of the top, players there. It's kind of interesting. Always see they always come out with these rankings and re-rankings and stuff like that. But the way he played, he was like a technician as a safety. He was just always so good, so solid. CB and CB.
Yeah. Chicago Bears, Cincinnati Bengals.
It works. Well, someone can say Cleveland Browns, but we're not trying to go that CB. That's a whole different CB. As we head into the warmer months, you might be wondering, what can I have that might be a little bit lighter? Like we actually wonder if something is lighter.
I think we're drinking tonight.
Yeah. But there are some light beers out there that they say, this article, light beers that taste anything but, and just kind of curious thoughts that you may have, and everybody watching is kind of like talking about different light beers, and they put in like Dale's Light Lager, which I haven't seen Dale's Light Lager before.
I have not seen that either, but I would try. If I saw that, I would try it.
Yeah, I would give them a shot. Oscar Blues knows what they're doing. Bell's Lighthearted IPA. Haven't seen this one here, but I haven't tried that one yet.
It's another one you would try just based on the reputation of the brewery.
Right. Then you got Creature Comfort Classic City Light. We don't get Creature Comfort here. They're down south usually, but I know they're popular for their beers.
Yeah.
805 Firestone Walker. Now, this was actually the first Firestone Walker beer I've ever had was the 805. And that is a good, crisp, refreshing, lighter beer, in my opinion. That's definitely one I would say, if you see it, grab it and give it a try.
It's a good beer.
Yeah. And then that's what they had there from this Christopher Osborne. But anything else you think out there? I was thinking like the Dogfish Sea Quench Ale is a good one to actually have as a lighter beer. That's actually hits really well when it's summertime and it's a warmer day.
It's kind of like a bizarre aftertaste to me. Like the ones that I have not had any of the ones listed here outside of the 805. So the 805 would be my choice. And I think that's really good. And they do an NA also at 805 that I thought was really good.
Yes, that's a new one they just came out with recently. So I have not seen that one yet.
Yeah.
But that'll be something to take a look at. JT's drinking a double Daisy Cutter Evergreen by Half Acre.
I did not. I had my choices today, so I picked up the Daisy Cutter Crown, but I saw that. I'll have to pick that up in the near future.
And then Ryan says, Cincy Light from Ryan Geis, of course. Yeah, Cincy Light's one that you can actually have out there as a light beer type option. Just kick back and enjoy. You got a few. I mean, people are definitely doing stuff. We just had somebody else just cut their beer. Ryan Geis just did a Half Truth. Took it down to 4% ABV. So they have that. That's available now. So we're seeing some lighter type versions of stuff coming out as you get into the month. So a lot of times, it doesn't be like one of those, the macro lights, whatever. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. No big deal. But there's definitely some craft breweries that are catering now with some good alternatives. And then the last news story that I had was actually one which deals with a brewery, but then deals with THC. So this is how crazy just things are, right? So 50 West Brewing here in Cincinnati, they got into the THC market with the sunflower. Ohio being Ohio, with the governor that blocked it in the legislature not doing anything to veto them, they can't sell it in Ohio. So they're taking it outside the state. So now sunflower drinks will be made available in other states. They were able to get distribution. It'll be actually going to Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. So if you're in one of those areas and you want to try their THC drink, which I can tell you up here definitely got positive responses, people do enjoy them. Those are some of the states you'll see those in right now. But how crazy is they have to make it and then ship it out of state? You know, in the piece, they talk about how they wish they could bring it to the Ohio family still, but they can't because of the stupid ban they now have on the drinking products. And here in Ohio, they were saying, well, let the dispensaries sell them. I've not seen one dispensary that's carrying any of these drinks because they don't make enough money off of it. The profit margin isn't there for them. So kind of sucks, but, you know, it's kind of interesting, the things you have to do to get your product out around.
Yeah, you got to jump through hoops. Crazy.
Yeah, it's just bullshit, red tape and stuff. So, but if you're in one of those areas and you were thinking about trying THC, I can tell you that sunflower is definitely one that's a good one to try. Let's see here.
Let Peggy know.
Yeah, let Peggy know. Barrel aged Malort at Order. Really? There can't be a barrel aged Malort. That's getting crazy.
Like Revolution last year, maybe the year before, they did a Deepwood series, and it was like a one-off. We had to go to the Revolution. This is back when they still had the Milwaukee, so it was probably 2 years ago, and that was good. That was really good.
Okay. Maybe they're on to something.
Yeah. But that was the news stories that we have for this week. Wasn't a lot of heavy type news, some stuff here and there. As I crack open my one more beer here. Because it's the weekend, and why not? The weekend. Yeah.
That's all that matters. It's going to be another Mind Haze, the Mind Haze Juicy Hazy IPA.
Yeah, I might crack open one more, but I think I'm still good for a little bit.
Let's see. The Bears can't play in Indiana either, Ron. What do you mean? Like, you said it's going to be bad in Indiana? Because that's where the stadium is going to be, right? So where are they going in between? Because the Indiana stadium isn't ready yet. So
they're going to play at Soldier Field until they
make the move.
Ready.
Yeah. What's with the non-alcoholic beer blowing up? I see it everywhere now. Well, see, NA beer is like the fastest or second fastest growing segment right now in the beer. It's a lot of people that want the taste, but they don't want the calories. They don't want the ABV. They want to have just that feel of it. So the way that the breweries now make NA versus back in the day when we were stuck with old duels and stuff like that is totally different. So you can get some nice flavorful NA beers now, get that little fix, that sensation, and then not have the alcohol from it. So yeah, you're going to see a lot more blowing up with those, I think, too. But it's all good. Let's see here.
Whatever gets people drinking.
Right. So it's just that the breweries have to be able to make the shift as they need to make the shift. You know, you got to go where your customers are. So that's how it always works out. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to I've started doing some more things on my channel with polls lately. So I figured it'd be kind of interesting just to kind of get the take on people's thoughts. I mean, you may have done the poll, you may have not. If you haven't done the poll, you can do it over at the community posts. But I don't know if you saw these or not, Dave, but I've been running some different polls. And more recently, what type of beer drinker are you? How would you describe yourself? You stick with the favorites, you chase new releases, you like seasonal beers, you drink whatever sounds good.
I drink whatever sounds good.
Well, there you go. Well, you'll help out that one if you vote, because they're in second place right now, because some people like to stick with the favorites. You know, sometimes you're afraid to take a chance on another beer because it doesn't pan out for you, right? So it's like people that go to the restaurant order the same thing every time off the menu. Are you one of those kind of people, or do you try something different all the time?
I mean, if it was, rest in peace. God, like Bennigan's, when Bennigan's was around,
Bennigan's.
I killed the Monte Cristo sandwich at Bennigan's. I would kill a fucking drifter right now walking down the street if I could get a Monte Cristo sandwich as good as Bennigan's. But Monte Cristo at Bennigan's was the shit. But
you're not alone in that, because a lot of people did like the Monte Cristos from back in the day at Bennigan's. That's old school right there.
Yeah.
So right now out there on the poll, I stick with favorites is leading. I'm with you. I would choose. I drink whatever sounds good myself, but I can't vote in them. I can just put them up there. But what makes you return to a brewery? Great beer, good service, atmosphere, food, events, and overwhelmingly people say great beer. But if it's just great beer, like if you're getting bad service, would you still go because the beer is great? Like, how would that play into stuff?
It's got to be. It's a mixture of all four, but ultimately, it's if you could only choose one, it's great beer. I mean, if the place has great service but the beer is mediocre, I'm sorry, I don't want to like have somebody like smile at me and give me a bad beer.
Mm-hmm. And then JT says, I usually get two, one favorite and one new. That sounds good. So you try to mix it up. Stick with something but then branch out with something else. Okay. Walk the line, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
When you watch a beer review, what matters most? Flavor notes, price value? Would I buy it again? ABV. Overwhelmingly, flavor notes is what people like to see. Your thoughts?
I trust my judgment. I don't like everybody's different. What I like may not be what you like and vice versa. So I don't really look at beer reviews when I'm looking to pick something up new.
Okay. Well, if you're watching one now, is what matters most.
Yeah.
Is there anything that catches your eye on it that you like to look for?
I would probably be at like just a general overall, like, if you were to tell me what you're having now from Mad Tree or Rheingeist is good, I don't care what the price point, ABV, any of that is. If you tell me if that's good, I will pick it up if I see it.
Okay.
So it's probably like a trust factor. Like, I trust you. If you tell me this is good, I will buy it.
Okay. Who was his best lawnmower beer of these four from the big brands? Now, I kept this more generic just because everybody has a chance to, everybody's probably tried one of these, but Miller Lite was leading on that one, 50% versus Coors Light at 35%. Busch Light, Natty Light. If you had to choose one of these four, who would you choose?
If I had to choose one of those four, I'd probably choose Death. But I would go with like Miller High Life if I had to choose between the regular versions.
Well, I know a lot of people have lawnmower beers that aren't one of the four either, but I had to keep it to four. So I could have put something else, but then it would have been like a bunch of people saying something else. I know. Biggest beer turnoff: too bitter, too sweet, too thin, too expensive, which leads the pack there.
I mean, we've all seen big breweries that are like, even like at the bottle shop, if I see like a can of something and it's like $6-7 and it's not barrel aged, I'm like, you know what? No, I'll just get something else. So I would have to go too expensive.
Too expensive. Yeah. It's the economy and stuff we're in right now. So I can definitely see where that hits a lot of folks and kind of what we talked about earlier. 12% ABV beers, enjoyable or too much? Love them, too much, spend. Special occasion only, depends on balance. But I love them myself, but love them is actually winning that one there.
Yeah. I mean, I love them, but I mean, you're not going to love them on a Tuesday night. I mean, if you are,
yourself,
man,
speak for yourself.
Yeah, but probably like more of a weekend, like a Friday, Saturday beer. If you have to work the next morning, I mean, I love them. Don't get me wrong, I would drink one every day if I was retired.
Okay. Or if the liver can keep handling it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Dave, prepare yourself. Big Daddy says there's still a Bennigan's in West Dundee and they market their classic Monte Cristo.
Fuck.
I don't know how far that is from you, but you might want to put that down as on the map.
I got to load up my iPass and see if that'll get me to West Dundee. But no, the Bennigan's Monte Cristo is the shit. With that raspberry jelly that you would dip it in. My God, it was so good.
Yeah, Monte Cristo was always a popular favorite there.
And I've tried to make it at home, and it was just ugly. It was not good. It was just shit all over the place. But a Monte Cristo sandwich, like the Bennigan's one, that was the best.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to Red Lobster for the first time a couple weeks ago because we were in that part of town. I haven't been to Red Lobster since the 90s. And it was all right. They're kind of bringing it back. I ended up getting one of their boils, and she got one of the little feast type things. Neither of us finished all the stuff anyway, but it was kind of like the cheddar biscuits were still there. Cheddar biscuits were still decent, but they're smaller now. They're definitely smaller. So,
they've been selling the cheddar biscuits at the grocery store and everything else for like 10 years. So I don't know. Does that cannibalize? Like, that would be like the only reason I would have gone to a Red Lobster. Yeah. But if I could make this shit at home, why am I going to see you?
But is it the same that you get from the store as actually being there, right? Like I've never bought it from the store, so I don't know if it's the same experience. It's like Coke. McDonald's has the special formula Coke. You can't get that Coke anywhere else, but you go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can make the biscuits at home. I'm not a big lobster person. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try that sometime. See how they turn out. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the old. I don't know if you got old Charlie's there, but I'm a big fan of their rolls and also Texas Roadhouse and their bread. Texas Roadhouse and that bourbon butter, it's just like crack. Definitely hooks you in. What makes you buy a beer you never tried? The brewery reputation, the beer style, the can artwork, a recommendation?
Probably brewery reputation first.
Yeah. Beer style seems to be winning out right now, but brewery reputation is second there. Yeah. I think if you know the brewery, you probably might lean that way. If you know the style, you might lean that way.
Yeah.
And I had one for as we get into the summer. Which of these four fits you most as the go-to for summer beer? A wheat beer, a Pilsner, a fruited sour, a session IPA. Pilsner clearly running away with it. So, yeah. Now, I will say something like a Kolsch would be also something good there, too. But see, with the wheat beer, I think what some people don't realize, like a Hefeweizen, that's a wheat beer.
Yeah.
So Hefeweizens are also good for the summer as well. Yeah. Then I did a thing with the 4 IPAs. Which one of these are you choosing? West Coast, hazy, cold, or black?
Black.
Yeah. Yeah, hazy's winning now. Hazy was up there. West Coast was second. And then black and cold were actually tied.
I mean, I would probably, if I had to rank these, it would be black, West Coast, hazy, and cold.
Okay. Yeah, I have a black IPA review coming up from Sam Adams here too, and it was pretty decent. But yeah, but I didn't put the Brut. I don't even know if they make Brut IPA still, but that was probably one of the IPA's favorite. That was like a new Coke type thing. Like, why are you even messing around with this strategy? Just now, I liked it when it was IPL.
Yeah.
Well, not that, but cold IPA, IPL. But the Brut, I'm not much of a champagne person, so. With the Brut, you have more of the effervescent type thing. They're doing it, and they were using the champagne yeast. So I'm like, not really one of my best one. Let's see here. Texas Roadhouse is cracked. Yeah, that butter, when you get that butter and it melts into that Texas Roadhouse, yeah, he's like, you can just sit there eating your bread the whole time. Like, tell them to put the steak in a to-go box.
Yeah.
throwing the brown bread. Oh, Cheesecake Factory, yeah, named all the great restaurant breads. You know what's funny? We got DoorDash tonight with Cheesecake Factory, which I have velvet cheesecake in the fridge. Yeah. But I didn't even want the bread tonight for I don't know. Cheesecake Factory bread, I'm kind of like, it's when I get it, there's times I really enjoy it, and there's sometimes I just skip it. But
yeah. So I'm going to tell you a Cheesecake Factory story. So I met my wife on back in the, I don't even know if it's still around, OkCupid. My wife and I met on online dating. So I was perusing OkCupid, and my wife's profile picture, I don't know if it was Alcatraz or a prison, and she had a Cheesecake Factory bag in her hand. And I'm like, oh, she's cute. I'm going to talk to her. So my response to my wife, who I did not know at the time, was like, you must have been a model prisoner to get Cheesecake Factory in the joint. Ruby, my wife, was ready to drop off online dating that night. She was like, I'm tired of this online dating bullshit, which it is all bullshit. But she was like, oh, that's kind of a funny one-liner.
Yeah, that was a good one.
To him, and here we are 10 years later.
There you go. There you go. Cheesecake Factory bringing you two together.
Cheesecake Factory brought us together.
Yeah. And look at this. Ryan says, I met my wife on OkCupid too. And then JT says, Liz and I also met on OkCupid 13 years ago. So OkCupid, that's something going. Yeah. I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but seemed like you guys had some success. I don't know why they wouldn't be.
Yep.
Beer style for sure. I'm a sucker for dark lagers. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying if it's a smoked beer, a Ralph's beer, or they're saying a beer was, I'm on board to try it. You know, so that's why I might have to do the tree beer, because the tree beer has some smoky quality to it. Yeah. Damn that 250-year-old tree! I'm still going to try it. Yeah. So yeah. Wish we still had some Quincy's Big Yeast Rolls. Right? I never heard of Quincy's before. There might be one down south there.
I've heard of them, but I don't recall ever having them.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of a big yeast, as long as it's not like that vaginal yeast like we talked about before. I'm all in on that.
That could make some good bread. You don't know.
Yeah. Show goes dark after like 8:30 at night in Chicago.
Oh, I know they sold the Texas Roadhouse butter in small tubs at Meyer now. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I said bourbon. Maybe it's a cinnamon butter they have. Might be a cinnamon butter, but it's good, whatever it is. And my wife also had going on to delete her account before reading my message, Ryan says. So, yeah, you guys are getting them right at the end of it, just about.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like fucking Rico Suave at the end. I got my last little zinger, and she was like, oh, this is my fat ass guy right here.
You're like on YouTube. Don't scroll. Yeah. Yes, Ralph's Beer is a dark lager as well. Yeah, honey cinnamon butter. So I was thinking of bourbon butter, because we have a place, and it's called Ryan, you know what I'm talking about, down by the Party Source. It's like a Colorado type restaurant, but they have a bourbon butter ribeye that is just melts in your mouth when you actually have it. And they've actually got some pretty good rolls there too. I'm trying to think what the place is called though. The cinnamon, and they sell the rolls and butter at the grocery stores around here. Oh, there you go. Cinnamon and butter. Yeah. I'm a fan, you know. Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, sign me up for that.
He's gonna say, I go by my name. The Rod is a RJ, the Rod. You call me what you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah. Whoever that rolls for, it's for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but no, cool. Well, I mean, that's all the beer news and stuff we had. Kind of just some stuff there. So, for those of you that are interested in doing some of the polls, keep an eye on the channel. I'll be putting new polls up pretty frequently, and I'd like to see what your guys' thoughts and stuff are as I compile some things together there. Thinking about, yes, Buckhead. It's Buckhead. I don't know if you have any up there where you're at, Dave, but it's basically set like a Colorado type place or location, and they've got the bourbon butter ribeye just melts.
Nice.
And they've got about like 20 taps in there too. So it's a nice little spot on the Ohio River that we have here.
I was thinking about Buckhead and going back to talking about Ray Lewis. I don't want to go there.
Why? Whatever. Ray Lewis was that?
That was
happened
back in like with all this bullshit in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Was that in the Buckhead?
Yeah, I thought that was Buckhead. Yeah.
Oh, might have been. Oh, maybe it was Buckhead was it in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay, so Buckhead's a part of Atlanta then. So that's probably where it was. It happened at one of the Buckhead things. Yeah. But well, nobody really knows, I guess. Or those that know ain't saying nothing or they can't say anything. Like, you gonna argue with Ray? No, you go argue with Ray.
Yeah,
I ain't arguing with him. Yeah, it's like Mike Tyson. Like, you go tell Mike he's wrong.
Yeah, you're free, son. Yeah. My bad.
I remember back in the 80s and 90s, they described Mike Tyson like the Rottweiler off a chain. Like, you just don't get in his way. Just let him do what he does. The kids today, they see a Mike Tyson. He wasn't as friendly as he is now as he was back then. No. I mean, he was just a beast. I like going back and watching some of the Mike Tyson fights from back then and just the knockouts and the things that happened. Yeah, he was a freaking terror. But that being said, anything else you want to add here for this evening?
No, I'm going to record it tomorrow, put it out Monday. I'm doing a special show, no beer reviews, nothing. I'm going to do all about like how GLP-1 drugs are impacting the beverage and food industry. Really good. I got really good data on this. So I definitely think it's going to be a big change in the beer and food industry. So take a look out for that.
Yeah, it's definitely making an impact right now. As far as what they're saying, because they might try to push more people kind of through it too as kind of a thing. And apparently the same stuff that happens with the wiring on the food happens with wiring and alcohol or other type of things. So we'll see. We'll see how it actually rolls out. I know some people that actually are on it, but they'll still drink here and there. They don't drink maybe as much, but they'll still have a drink or whatever. But apparently if you're on it and you drink too much, it makes you nauseous and stuff. So you have a couple and it's like, oh God, no. There's only like so much room in your stomach, and there's a battle between food and liquor, and liquor's losing. So it's really fascinating. I mean, I was digging deep into this. And I'm like, holy shit. So that's going to come out, this weekend, end of the weekend. So that was really good. That's what I got going on. Okay. Excellent. And cheers to you, Dan, as well. Great to see you. Hope you and Mike are doing good. If you haven't checked out FLX, check him out as well. Him and Mike do some great beer reviews. As far as my channel, I've got some more beer reviews coming out. I did that one video earlier this week, kind of away from the reviews, kind of talking about craft beer. There'll probably be another video along those lines, kind of scaling back a little bit on the reviews. But do got some interviews I need to set up from a couple of the folks. I have one of the guys Dave, out in Washington. I got to reach out to him because we were set. Got to choose a date for that. And then Sam Adams in Cincinnati is going to come on at some point, so we're going to do that. And then a few other things. And so I'll have some stuff upcoming. I'm going to try, depending on what may happen, a couple weeks I'll be out in Denver for work, but also I have some time to myself. And I'm already set to probably go buy Brews Beers. And if I can do some video from out there, I'll try to share some stuff out there as well. But they're a Belgian brewery guy. I can't be in Denver and not visit a brewery. Yeah,
you got to go see Ryan and Charlie over at Brews. I mean, two of my favorite people in the beer world. I mean, phenomenal guys, and you're going to love their beer.
Yeah. So I spoke with Ryan, and we're getting something set up to come out there and enjoy that. So going to bring the camera and stuff with me, and hopefully we'll do some interview and enjoy some things that I can kind of share back. July coming up, we got a Brew Tuber get together that Todd and Shannon will be hosting. So we'll be down meeting with some other Brew Tubers. So that'll be kind of fun over the next month or so to kind of cut some different videos. We already got some different breweries planned out for that. So a lot of good stuff on the way. Can finally breathe a little bit more now, and got a little bit more of a strategy on what I'm going to bring to the channel. So there'll be a lot of stuff that'll be actually popping up here. Ryan says, I'm jealous. You go to brews, bring back some souvenirs. So there you go.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It should be a great experience to get out there. And I don't know. I got to find out their hours, but it'll be like that one of those evenings I'm out there and kind of just check out their stuff. And Ryan's been on the interview. We had a great time chatting. I would love to go on one of their tours in Belgium. Actually, when I reached out to Ryan, they were actually on a tour. So he got back to me when they were coming back. So they had just recently done one when they take people over to Belgium and give them a whole experience. So that would be something bomb to do for sure. So
no, I mean, Ryan, Charlie, everybody at Brews is like top shelf. You're gonna love Brews beers.
Yeah, because you've been there already when you were out there before. So that'd be nice. And finally, I can cross Denver off my bucket list while I'm out there too. Hopefully not the last time, because I would love to get back out there for the Great American Beer Fest as well. So that's something else on the agenda. But no, good things to still come here. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Keep tuning in and keep connecting. And that's pretty much all I got, I guess, for tonight. Right. So great being back. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the next show. Yeah,
we'll see you in 2 weeks. And I think the doctor says I can't drink liquor for a couple days before the surgery, but those are guidelines. It's not like etched in stone. It's not like fucking Moses tapping the shit in stone. So I'll be good for next 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's kind of like, is it like written there? Like, well, we suggest. Oh, you suggest. Okay, so it's not definite, right? So okay, so we're good.
I suggest a lot of shit in life. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm surprised when people do it. Thank you, Soup. Hey, Soup, if you're around, I might jump over on Arc Raiders. Let me know if you're going to be up for a bit. So, Ryan, cheers as well. Unfortunately, Ryan, I won't be able to make it because Ryan's got their anniversary for their show and their channel coming up the same time I'm in Denver. They're going to be doing it at got it right here. Right here, another brewery that's winning over the folks. Third Eye Brewing. They're going to be doing a thing out of Third Eye. So I won't be able to make it for that because I'll be in Denver that time when you're doing it. No, not Denver. I'll be in the YouTuber thing the weekend you're doing that there. But got to get my calendar straight in my head. But anyway, if you haven't checked out Ryan and checked out Cincy Brewdash, make sure to check them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're doing it July 11th at Third Eye in Sharonville, 4 to 8. I'm going to actually be down in Louisville. That's when we have the BrewTuber get together, and we'll be at the other breweries. But congrats to you guys for what you're doing there. And I might as well sign off. Otherwise, I'll keep babbling. That being said, we look forward to catching up with everybody in a couple of weeks. Y'all have a great rest of the weekend. Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in. It's been a ride. Roger and Daisy, we here with pride. Midwest Beer Talk as we glide. Catch us again. Don't let this vibe slide. Like and subscribe. It's the key. Roger Beverages. Join our spree. Beer in front. We got the flow. Catch us live. Let times grow.